Hi, in this video, we are going to see how Ketu's transit is going to be for all the signs. But before I start with the results for the signs, I will discuss what exactly Ketu is and its negative and positive effects. So Ketu has an exaltation point. So Ketu gets exalted in Scorpio and it gets debilitated in Taurus. Now, certain placements are good for Ketu. So if it is placed in your birth chart in third, sixth, ninth, 11th, or 12th houses, it generally will give good results. Again, depending on which sign is it in. So in case if it is placed in seventh house, it is not considered that auspicious. Now, talking about Ketu's qualities, Ketu is a planet. It's a shadow planet, of course. It is more to do with detachment. It also denotes spiritual growth, liberation. It gives kind of mystical experience. And Ketu also shows past life karmas. So depending on where Ketu is placed in our chart, it shows us what kind of karma that we carry from the previous birth to this birth. Now, just to talk about some negative and positive effects of Ketu, depending on where it is placed. So if it is positively placed, then it can, make a person very highly imaginative. It can give a long life. That person can be very intuitive. He or she might have, very good inner sights. And again, the person will definitely have a lot of knowledge and good psychic abilities. But at the same time, if Ketu is ill placed in your birth chart, then it can make the person very isolated. So you might see these kind of people being very isolated and not mingling with people. And it can also give strange illness. It can give risk from poisonous insects, accidents and electric shock. And all of this is actually seen, or, if Ketu is placed negatively in your birth chart. So this transit is happening from October 30th, 2023 to May 2025. Now for Aries ascendant, Ketu is transiting the 6th house and Rahu definitely will be transiting the 12th house. Now Ketu from the 6th house, it is going to look at the career house, which is the 10th house. And it is also looking at the 2nd house, which is the house which is related to your financial matters. Now, Ketu here is definitely beneficial for you because Ketu in the 6th house, you can actually experience improvement in your work life. And it would be a good time for a native to, witness success in competitions. And of course, 6th house is related to your enemies. So definitely you will win over your enemies. But at the same time, there will be people who will be behind you, making some conspiracies to, give you some kind of trouble. But however, your enemies will not be able to win over you because Ketu is sitting in the 6th house. It's going to make sure that, nothing is going to happen to you by anybody. Okay. And again, your financial condition, of course, is going to improve because, Ketu is looking at the 2nd house. However, when you make any kind of investment, make sure that you do it very carefully. And in this period, try not to trust anybody in terms of business. So if you're somebody who's doing business, then you should make sure that you know everything that is happening. You don't just, if you're dealing with your business partners, then you should not give everything to your partner to take care of, but you also need to see what is happening. And 6th house is related to eating, so you have to be very careful of what you are eating. You have to be careful with your health related matters. So in case if you are finding any kind of health issues during this transit, you have to immediately, visit a hospital. So you might have, in case if you have any issues with the stomach, mouth, or bones related issues, uh, don't delay. Uh, Visit a doctor immediately just to make sure that everything is okay. And if you're someone who's already is suffering from any kind of disease, then please take a proper medical treatment. So overall, this transit is definitely going to be good because career-wise, financial-wise, Ketu is transiting the 5th house for the Taurus ascendants. So from the transit, Ketu is aspecting the 9th house and also the 1st house. Ketu transiting the 5th house can actually give you mixed results for the Taurus ascendants. So in case if you have children, then expect some kind of, miscommunication with them because, they tend to not listen to your advice. They might not tell you. So in case if they want to start something new, there are possibilities that they might not end up telling you what they are going to do. So all of this can be expected during this particular transit. And also, this can actually bring in a lot of stress for you because Ketu is looking at the 1st house. And, Ketu's aspect on the 1st house. The 1st house is our head, our face. So it is going to mentally stress you out, this particular transit. But this transit is very good for spiritual growth. So if you are into chanting mantras or meditations or yoga, now that area is definitely going to improve. And through that, you're going to get a lot of success. Now, Ketu is also aspecting the 9th house. So you might visit temples. Again, a 9th house is also a spiritual journey. It shows the spiritual path, spiritual journey. So visiting temples will be good for you. Doing spiritual practices will definitely be good for you. So if there are any stress or if there is any kind of malefic effects that Ketu is giving you through this transit, now all of that can be mitigated by following the spiritual path. So for Gemini ascendants, Ketu is transiting the 4th house. Now, 4th house related matters are property, your family, your home, mother. Now, when you're dealing with all of these things, you have to be very careful during this transit because Ketu transiting 4th house is not going to give you a lot of auspicious results. Now, having said that, once you become aware of this transit and the kind of result Ketu can produce here, once you're aware of the kind of results that you're getting, you can deal with it or you can take actions accordingly and make sure that this transit is, going smoothly for you. So it is in your hands. So once you become aware, it is, the transit results are definitely going to be slightly different because your decisions are going to be different after you know this. So Ketu transiting here can actually, in case if you are going through any kind of property disputes or, disputes in family, disputes with mother. So here is a suggestion that, don't get into any kind of disputes with them because it's not going to end well for you. Even legal matters also. So if you're dealing with any legal matters, I would suggest that not to deal with it during this transit period. Of course, I can understand in unavoidable circumstances, you might have to go ahead with the legal matters, but then you have to be very, very careful in dealing with the legal matters and property disputes because it is not going to give you success in those matters. Again, the lawyers and all of that you meet can, tend to cheat you. So be very careful as to who you meet and what kind of person you're dealing with. So you have to make sure the person who's supporting you is, 100% genuine to you. And Ketu is also looking at the 8th house and also the 12th house. So when you're traveling, or if you are somebody who deals with, vehicle, if you drive vehicle, be very careful, because Ketu here can actually cause accidents. Any kind of accidents, could be minute accidents. It really depends on, what Mahadesha you're going through, or what Pratyantra Dasha you are in. So again, be very careful with, when you're handling the vehicles. Ketu is transiting the third house for Cancer ascendants. It is said that if Ketu is transiting the third house from the moon sign, it can actually give favorable results. So you can see from moon sign as well as from the Lagna or ascendant also. Now, Ketu transiting here is actually looking at the 7th house and also the 11th house. Now, Ketu transiting here can actually give you some kind of success in career. So if you have been doing a lot of hard work, this is a period that Ketu is going to actually give you a lot of results for whatever hard work you've already put. So it is going to give you growth. It is going to give you good money. So, it can be expected that you might receive a raise in income, or you might be getting some kind of profit. And there are chances you might do long journeys, or you might take long journeys, which is going to be very beneficial for you, or it can be beneficial for your career. So such kind of travel you will definitely is actually seen in the transit. And if it is supported by Mahadasha or Pratyendra Dasha, then you will definitely see those results taking place in your life. Ketu is transiting the 2nd house for Leo ascendants. And from the 2nd house, Ketu is looking at the 6th house as well as the 10th house. Now, Ketu transiting the 2nd house. See, 2nd house is your financial related matters, your friends, family, and also, it represents your right eye, teeth. And Ketu transiting here is it's not considered to be a very auspicious position for Ketu. Now, so hence, you can expect that expenses are going to go a little high. So if you have any kind of savings, you may try to use those savings for the expenses that is coming up. You might not be able to save enough money during this transit. You might tend to spend a lot. And you see, a 2nd house is also speech. So when you are talking to your family members, your colleagues, your friends, you have to be very careful. You have to think twice before you talk, because through your speech, arguments can just manifest. So you need to be very careful whenever you deal with any of these people, if you want to avoid conflicts. Again, work related matters. Of course, career wise, you are definitely going to face a little bit of challenge. So the only thing probably what you can do here is just stay very calm, just stay very poised. Do not get into unwanted conflicts, unwanted talks in the workplace should be completely avoided, because that can bring in a lot of problems for this particular transit. And health related matters, because it is looking at the 6th house. So any kind of health related matters, especially related to eye or teeth, you should immediately consult a doctor, because Ketu transiting 2nd house can actually give you these kind of results. Now, a remedy for this particular transit, I would suggest is that you can feed dogs, because it is believed that Ketu resides in dogs. So feeding dogs will be good for you, and so that way you can ward off any kind of ill effects of Ketu's transit. Ketu is transiting the first house for Virgo ascendants. Now, whenever a planet, especially the malefic planet, is transiting the first house, it's going to bring in a lot of stress factor into your life. So definitely Ketu is going to, give you a lot of stress. It's going to mentally stress you out. And also Ketu is a shadow planet which cuts you off from everything. So during this transit, you might feel a little disconnected from outside world. And materialistically also, you won't be so inclined to wanting, materialistic thing. You will find, you will feel a little aloof. You would like to be by yourself. You would like to spend spend more time with yourself. See, this is actually a very good time for spiritual growth. And Ketu here can actually give you good spiritual growth also. And Ketu again is definitely looking at the 7th house. The relationship with your partner will not be going that great. It can give you arguments, or you can feel disconnected from your partner. So no more than argument, I would say this, you can feel disconnected, because Ketu is a shadow planet which makes you feel disoriented, isolated. So you won't be, feeling very connected to the outside world. Now, Ketu from here, it is aspecting the 5th house as well as the 9th house. So you'll be kind of a little bit laid back during this particular, transit, and it can give you some sort of digestion problems or skin related problems. So in case if you visit, any temple that is, dedicated for Naga or Sarpa Devata, it will be good. This transit definitely can it's definitely going to give you a little bit of stress, but at the same time, if you can do certain pariharas or certain remedies, it is going to be, sort of beneficial for you. At least it will, you will feel a little peaceful in mentally. And of course, after May 2024, you can kind of expect a little bit of better results from this particular transit. It can give you a little bit of career success or financial success. But overall, you have to really take care of your mental health, because Ketu here can actually give you a little bit of mental stress. And again, if you see Rahu is transiting the 7th house, it is also looking at the 1st house. So you can feel a little hemmed between things. So please do take care of your mental health. Do meditation, do yoga, go for nature walk. If you can, take some spiritual journeys, like, if you can travel to some temples, or, if you are, or even church for that matter, or, any kind of ashram. It will definitely be good for you. You will find some kind of peace in this.